Tinubu as his presidential candidate in 2027. Now, APGA adopted the then President Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP as their presidential candidate ahead of the election. However, in 2023, APGA dropped the policy and elected Peter Omadi, a professor, as the party's presidential candidate ahead of the general election that year. Now, I, as a citizen of Nigeria, have a problem with this. I may have shared it on this platform before, but if I haven't, well, I do not like when parties adopt another candidate as their presidential candidate for the election. If there was an alliance, the kind that formed the APC, then we understand the parties have come together as one unified body. But where there is a party that is registered with a chairman, and ahead of the elections for 2027, ahead of the elections for presidential, they now say, okay, we want to adopt this person. I usually have a problem with that. And for APGA in particular, I have more of a problem. Why, you might ask? First of all, before I even get to the main reason why, sometimes I have to check the calendar to see if we have mistakenly entered 2027. Because the campaign for the 2027 election that has happened already. At this point, the candidates might not even need to campaign when it's time. People have cited billboards. People have paid for commercials. People have spoken on platforms. Government officials these days use any opportunity. Whatever the president does, whether he does his job well, he doesn't do it, any policy, anything that just looks like it is a step in the right direction, somebody from some ministry will come and say, oh, the Renewed Hope agenda, this will be enough to re-elect the president in 2027. It's just something we don't know. Did they blow whistle? Did they say everybody, oh, yeah, start using style to talk about it? But away from my personal feelings, based on the Nigerian Electoral Act of 2022, Section 94, Sub 1, campaigns for an election officially commences 150 days before the polling day. The elections in 2027, we still have an entire year next year before we even enter. So what is going on? Thirdly, or fourthly, or fifthly, I don't even know what point I'm at. Soludo is not the chairman of APGA. He's a governor elected under the platform. Does this reflect the consensus position of the party? And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against the APC, right? But if we've claimed that we want to practice a healthy democracy, let us know when we are dealing with one party and then two. Now, there are some parties that are only popular in certain parts of the country. APGA is an example. It's only big in the East. There are so many states in this country that does not have a single APGA presence. NPP, for example, is big in Kano and some other parts. These are opportunities that these parties can field their own presidential candidate and test the strength of their party nationally. And it makes for a healthy democracy. It will be nice to know who APGA appoints as his presidential candidate. It keeps the conversations going. We have complained about the duopoly of PDP, APC, and then what would seem like a third force, which is what Labour Party became. We would like to see what other parties bring to the table. Oh, this is who they chose as their candidate. We look into the profile of that person. It's not 2 weeks to election. Party PPP, CCC, DDD say, we have adopted Atiku. We have adopted. Unano, don't you have a human being that you can adopt that will run for the election? Well, this might just be my personal bias, right? It just might. Because President Tinubu is most likely the presidential candidate for the APC at the national. But hey, what do I know? Well, after that engagement in Anambra, the president has such a good time that he asked the Anambra state governor to get him a plot of land where he can build a home to retire. This coming to Anambra for 1 week is not enough. I need to come back here and live the rest of my days.
I am now bona fide son of the soil. One of your sons, I say your own son, may be my friend and your governor, Charles Soludo, should find me a plot of land for my retirement home. You don't have to move me from the villa for only 1 week. Give me a permanent abode. I'll say it is well with Anambra. It is well with Nigeria. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Okay. Well, the president was given a chieftaincy title, which really is the political culture. All right, I'd like to hear from you. 08179230002, 08179230003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Nigeria InfoPH. You can watch, listen, and engage. We have talked about APGA adopting the president as its presidential candidate for 2027, even though we're not close to campaign season. We've talked about the U.S. helicopter firm involved in the Wigwe crash, very likely going to face criminal charges. Coming up next, we'll be talking about world leaders congratulating the first American Pope. Yes, indeed, the conclave has decided, and they have decided American, loud and clear. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. Please turn off your radio as you call. Ascetical A from Mile 3 says, "Greetings, Sam. I'm ashamed to hear how loud 2027 rigmarole rolls in our politicians' mouths. This shows how trivial leadership and governance is in Africa. Who told Soludo that the entire APGA has reached a consensus to adopt Tinubu when we are 2 years before 2027? Soludo just made an orgasmic proclamation that will vanish after..." Ascetical, it's not me and you that will finish that your last sentence. But thank you. Hello? Call back if you can. Hello? What's actually happening? People don't want to adopt me as your candidate. It's over. Let's give up on the phone lines and look towards WhatsApp. Good afternoon, Sam. Governor Chukwuma Soludo's declaration of President Bola Tinubu as the APGA adopted presidential candidate is just to guarantee his second term as governor in the next Anambra Guba election. That's all. He did not consult his party caucus members before making that decision. Instead of telling the president point blank that his administration is always dishing out anti-people policies, I see eye service everywhere. Clinton, Mr. Fresh. But Clinton, that was going to be difficult to do in his position. He was the host of the president. The president was his guest to come and commission projects. So that might not be the right time to, tell a person you invited that things are not working. And maybe he doesn't feel that way. Hello?
Yes, Sam Oracle.
Good afternoon.
I greet you, my brother. Good afternoon.
What's your name?
Yeah, Lugaman from the Bay.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, I want to first of all speak about the investigation that was concluded by you guys is something to go by. I expected that company to shut down first prosecution because of look at business that was busy. You wasted a prominent from River State's life. His family wiped away like that. Man who is a breadwinner of River State and the Korean ethnic nationality will just go because of those small little mistake. It's unfortunate.
Look, man, I have to admit I didn't get a major part of what you said. It was breaking. I just had breadwinner and I was wondering how we got there. Please call back if you can. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
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 Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Sam. My name is Lawson. I'm calling from Yenagua.
All right, go ahead.
A good one. It's politics. You may not understand.
I don't, my brother.
What played out there was just simple politics. The Anambra State government is the leader of the party. Always understand that. He's the leader of the party. And in that square, all of them were APGA members, including the chairman, APC members. In fact, the who in Anambra was in that square. And the governor, Soludo, is a highly respected man and also responsible. He will not come out and make any statement if they've not confer among themselves, they've not discussed, and they have not agreed. Soludo has always shown that he's a friend of this current president. He has never been antagonistic. He has never criticized this president. Even when Peter Obi was contesting against this president, Soludo was on the side of the president. So he has every right to say whatever he wants to say. And make no mistake, political party, you understand, to a large extent influence how votes can go. In the last election, Peter Obi in Anambra State, in that last presidential election, he received 97+% of total votes, you understand, in Anambra State. That's what Peter, because they were all for Peter Obi at the time. So we don't know what will happen, but that's Peter Obi's case. He's coming for this very, if he's also coming, it will be difficult, very difficult, because some people, Peter Obi is somebody that is very popular. Even more, you saw what happened in the southeast, in his area. He clinched nearly everywhere. In fact, he won in all the states. So that is where the problem lies. Can this current president contend with Peter Obi in the southeast?
Okay, so
the question the Anambra State governor will have to answer.
Now, I understand. I understand your position. Okay, you're not done talking. Okay, hopefully you're listening on the radio. I understand your position, but regardless of Soludo's relationship with the president, regardless of his influence at the party, there is a process by which a party comes to deciding who its candidate will be. Right? This is not who will be the next gubernatorial candidate for APGA. No, this is, will our party have a presidential candidate ahead of the next election? It doesn't matter who Soludo is in the party. And I understand that influence plays an important part. But that was a premature announcement. No matter how you want to look at it, that's not how a party comes to that kind of decision. That because we have a governor under APGA, he hosts the president and then makes a pronouncement. APGA has decided. So that's my position. I don't have a problem with who he likes, what he wants, the influence he has, but that was not done properly. It's that simple. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Sam.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I call back. Look at man.
Okay, you're clear now.
Yes, in conclusion, what happened in Anambra, for me, is I'm seeing it as maybe the governor there is afraid because of the level of the way Mr. President is handling the power that is in his disposal. You remember that what happened in the state here is a threat to so many governors. They are afraid because you can see that all the governors are maybe are afraid because of 2027, more especially Soludo. Because you cannot tell me that as a governor in Anambra State, you have about maybe more than 10 political parties. Then are you speaking for your own party or you're speaking for the generality of Anambra? No, now, for me, it is the people that will speak from 2027. It's not even APGA. Now, you are speaking about Mr. President. On what ground? What Mr. President attacks to Anambra, your own state, that will make Anambra people to vote for? Look at the hunger that is affecting everybody. Everybody is crying. Prices of things are increasing on a daily basis. No, now. Maybe Soludo is speaking for himself, not for the generality of Anambra. I'm telling you that 2027, Nigerians will decide who will govern them, not Tinubu again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. To make it clear, and I need that we understand the position I hold, there's nothing constitutionally wrong with that, at least for now. We haven't heard. But my position is it was a premature announcement because it's not time for that yet. Hello, good afternoon. Hello? All right, let's try another one. Hello? Call back if you can, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. Please turn off your radio as you call. Nothing new. His mother is from Anambra. Eric Chuk says. Whose mother? Is this not unfortunate? Delta State was not supporting the emergency rule in River State and joined in the case in court. The governor defected and withdrew the case. Okay. TK, that's not connected to this conversation. The governor's endorsement will not change minds of Nigerians to vote out Tinubu in 2027. The governor he installed supported him, but he lost Lagos votes during 2023 election as well as failing woefully in all southeastern states. This time, the people will vote and protect their votes. Victor from Egbema. The next comment reads, good afternoon, Sam. Haven't you noticed Tinubu has succeeded in terrifying all state governors to enable him hold on to power and take us to a one-party state? But I would not assure all of them that they have one vote. And the vote shall rise, the youth rather, shall rise against this very terrible administration to kick them out 2027 and heaven will not fall. Man United elder statesman from Port Harcourt. Man U elder statesman. Okay. Hello. Good afternoon. What is going on? Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, this calling from Yenegoa.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, let me tell us, thank God Governor Soludo reminded anyone who cares to listen that Peter Obi during his time under PDP did same thing because it was under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan then himself as APGA governor, city governor endorsed. And it is funny to hear some of us who are in support of what Peter Obi did then, but today we turn around to say, no, what this man is doing, Soludo is wrong. Just like Lawson said, do you know that he chose this man called Bola Tinubu as a then in 2023 general election, the presidential. He even did analysis why he is supporting this man called Bola Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, then as a candidate, against his own brother. And they lampoon this man. So I'm not even surprised hearing this from him. And I read something about 170-something traditional rulers endorsed that position of Soludo. So in terms of consultations, they are through with it. And this is what is their stand as it stands today. They will never change. They have decided to toe that path because if you look at what played out in 2023, how can a candidate who score almost 100% of votes? I don't think it is reality. It was coercion and everything, but this time around it will not work that way. Then, your question of if this thing is too early or it is not early, for me,
hello?
If you remember Donald Trump.
Gift, hold on. Gift. Hello, Gift. Hello. Gift. Hello. Gift, can you hear me? Gift.
I can hear you.
Come on, let's have a conversation. Why are you not listening? Okay, so I
can hear you now. It was because of network.
Okay, so I need to say this now before you move over to the next point. Now listen carefully. Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State from 2006. He was impeached. He came back 2007 and ran till 2010. Jonathan was president of the country from 2010 to 2015. He completed Yar'Adua's tenure and then did his own. So how did Peter Obi endorse him? Also considering that the Anambra calendar, because of the impeachment, was not regular.
The man told you APGA policy in the state and Peter Obi.
You started by saying that Peter Obi endorsed him. I'm responding to what you said.
Peter Obi endorsing him as a president to return. That is what I'm saying. Then APGA policy Not that as a sitting governor, but I'm talking about the policy. He said APGA policy in the state that is doing the same thing.
APGA policy in the state may not involve the personality. So starting with Peter Obi did is what I'm responding to. If you can't get the dates right. No. This is gifts. Listen, this is why it's important that when you make your point, especially on this platform, you have to be careful about how you choose to make it. I have nothing against your point, but you started by calling Peter Obi. You did not start by calling the party. And I'm clarifying to you, Gift, I need you to understand. Listen, I don't have a problem about whatever agenda you have. I'm concerned about the ethics and rules of this platform. If you are not sure of the point you want to make with facts, do not call. I don't have a problem. You started with Peter Obi and it's clearly wrong. So get your facts right before you call.
That's where I'm coming from. The person you're talking about, it is the man that Peter Obi brought on board. I'm talking about a policy of APGA.
Thank you. Next time you start with APGA. It's that simple. I have a break coming up. After that, we'll talk some more APGA.